Guys, welcome back to another one of the calculation training sessions, and in this particular video we are going to learn how to calculate something called the loan to value. You'll have seen this come up already in your CeMAP 1 and in your CeMAP 2 and 3 studies if you've been going through these platforms. What we know about loan to value is the clue is kind of in the name, so it's the loan in comparison to the value of the property. So for example, if you buy a £200,000 house and the loan amount that you're taking out, because you have a £50,000 deposit, so your loan amount could be £150,000, that would mean that you had a loan to value of 75% because you put a 25% deposit down. But they don't always work off 10%, 20%, 25% figures. And actually it's really important that you know how to calculate this, not only for your CeMAP 3 exam, but definitely for being a mortgage advisor. This will come up. A lot of software will do it for you, and that's great, but it's good for you to get familiar with this. And the example that I've given for us to work through together talks about loan to values in connection with a higher lending charge, also known as a mortgage indemnity guarantee. And if you guys can remember back to that particular section, this is where if you have a loan to value above 75%, which means you have less than 25% equity in your property, you could potentially be paying for something called a mortgage indemnity guarantee, which is an insurance policy that protects your lender in case they ever have to repossess and sell the house and they make a loss. So without further ado, let's dig into this one. Please make sure you've got a calculator, guys, and a pen and paper so we can work through this together. You'll find it much more helpful and you'll remember it if you write the stuff down. If you want access to this PDF, it should be just under this video in the e-learning platform. And if you're watching this anywhere else, you can get access to it for free by going to the free version of the e-learning platform. So in your CeMAP 3 exam, you can expect to get a question along the lines of, Emily wishes to purchase a new build property for £477,000. She has an £80,000 deposit plus £130,000 equity from the sale of a previous property to use as a deposit. Stars Hollow Bank have offered her a 5-year discounted rate mortgage and will be required to take out a mortgage indemnity guarantee for any mortgages with a loan to value over 75%. Will Emily be subject to this higher lending charge? So step 1 is to work out what exactly we are being asked. In this question, we need to know if Emily will be subject to a higher lending charge, which we know is only applicable if her loan to value is over 75%. So we need to figure out what her loan to value is, and here is what you need to do to work this out. Step 1 is to gather all the information. So we know that she has a property value of £477,000, but she had the equity plus her deposit to take off that property value, which means actually her outstanding mortgage balance, if you take 477, take 210k off that, you should be left with a figure on your calculator of £267,000. So that's her loan amount outstanding in comparison to her property value, which is 477 grand. Now your loan to value calculation is always your outstanding balance divided by the property value times by 100. So her outstanding balance is £267,000. We are then going to divide it by £477,000 and times that figure by 100. If you've done that right on your calculator, the number you should be left with is 55.97. And that means that Emily's loan to value is 55.97. We can feel pretty comfortable rounding it up to 56. So if her loan to value is 56%, no higher lending charge is going to be attached to her agreement. Do a couple of these, guys. Keep practicing them. You will find it super useful to give yourself loads of scenarios. Ask your mates what property value is and what their mortgage amount is left over. Calculate their loan to value, because the more you do it, the more comfortable you will feel with doing this particular calculation. And just remember, you may get 1, 2, potentially 3 questions in your CeMAP 3 exam on this. So if you don't like any of the other calculation videos, if you don't like any of the questions and you want to do one, just do this one, because this one is so important for both your exam but then also going on to your careers in mortgage advice. This is the one that you're most likely to use. That's it. That's everything that you need. Hopefully that's been really helpful, and super good luck.